How we doing, folks? Mark here from Avid Automotive. I thought I'd do this video today just to show you that you don't need massive budgets and massive build lists to make a car look good. So let's jump into it. Let's show you what we've done to the BMW F11 5 Series. Let's have it. Okay folks, so I've decided to do this video to show you that you don't need to spend a fortune on a car to get it looking good. You just need a bit of imagination, a bit of knowledge and a damn good head for finding bargains on Facebook Marketplace or eBay, which I am pretty good at. My mates will tell you that. Go hunting, you don't need to buy new stuff all the time. So I thought I'd show you around the F11 5 Series, show you what we've done and tell you the plans for it next. So before we start, let's just appreciate the stance. I mean, it's all about the stance with BMW. If you get that right with wheels and spacers, with the suspension, the car is set ready. It looks amazing. I think it sits really well. So let's start with that. Let's start with suspension. A lot of people don't know, and I had a TikTok video that went viral a few months ago, and everyone was saying about the air ride. No one knew that on the back of these cars is air ride. So as standard, these come with air ride. Now they're set to a certain level from factory, but with the BMW computers, which Coops, shout out to Coops, has got, you can actually program the car to sit lower and it will always stay at that height. So if I put some big stuff in the boot and it weighs it down, it raises the car up. It always keeps the same level. So ride height on the back, there's nothing been done suspension wise apart from adjusting the ride height with the standard BMW suspension. That's first thing. So that was an easy job to do. I started with springs and standard struts on this, but then a guy who I bought the wheels off was selling some BC coilovers off an F10, and the rears he didn't need, but he had the fronts for sale. So I picked up a set of front BC Racing coilovers, which are set pretty low at the minute. I mean, I'm catching that a fair amount of times, but BC coilovers on the front. The dampener probably set to mid-range, so it's not too stiff, but the height now for me is absolutely spot on. It is low. Does it catch on the back? Yeah, if I go over a big bump, it does just catch on the tyre. You can see the clearance there. There's not much clearance at all, but is what it is, isn't it? If it's not catching, it's not low enough, is it, folks? Right, what else can we tell you about it? Front end. Now, this is where the bargain hunting come in. eBay, or there's a app called AliExpress, which you can get Japanese and Chinese products from. Grills, these were 30 quid, gloss black grills. So let's start with that, 30 quid. And then this splitter and corner spats come as a kit, and they just literally bolt on. They come gloss black as well, and that, I think that set was, I think it was 85 quid or 89 quid. I'll try and put the links in the description, but 89 quid. So for 130 quid, let's say, the front end is pretty much sorted. That is, you know, I mean, there's your first lot of bargains there. Mirror cap covers. These are like a carbon look. I bought these off the same guy I bought the wheels and suspension off. But again, 30 quid he sold me these for. Absolute bargain. Let's move around. Let's talk about the wheels. The wheels are a 20-inch wheel. They're a make called OEMS. I think they're like a Voss and Rep. That's the only way I can describe these wheels. Bought these off the same chap as I did the suspension. I bought them with the tyres, with the Pirelli tyres on the front and the Michelin tyres on the back for 600 quid. 600 quid. Now they were a little bit battered, But Simon at Staffordshire Motor Hub refurbed them all in a Hyper Silver. He also did the back end, which I'll talk about in a minute, and they look fantastic. They literally look like new wheels. So for, I think he charged me 50 quid a wheel. So for what, 750, 800 quid, full set of 20-inch wheels with tyres. I'm not saying you're going to get that all the time, but I am saying just go hunting. Before you buy new, go hunting. Put in 5x120 wheel size, 20-inch, search Facebook Marketplace, search for forums, search eBay. You will find stuff if you look hard enough. And these just look wicked. Now, they were sat quite far in, so on the rear I've got 15mm spacers on the rear, so I could take them off and it wouldn't rub, but it just wouldn't look the same. So that you can see the concave, they look amazing, they look so good, the concave. The fronts I spaced 20mm, so again it's just got a good, just poking out just enough. It doesn't rub on the front whatsoever, it's just the back. Sometimes if you hit a great big bump, then them tyres just catch the arch, but it's nothing major, it's not damaging anything, so I'm not really worried about it. Right, back end. Now this was the most difficult bit to do because there is no parts hardly whatsoever for the F11. There's loads of stuff for the F10 and the F81s, but for these there's nothing. So the rear diffuser, again, was off eBay. I think I paid 110 quid for that. I don't know if you can see it on the camera there, but it's like an M5 style rear diffuser. I don't know if you remember when I bought the car, I had a great big dent on here, which someone reversed into a skip. So when I had that done, Simon painted that gloss black and tidied all the rear end up, painted the rear bumper, so it's absolutely mint now. I don't know if you can see the shine on it, it looks wicked. So I've given it kind of an aggressive M5 style rear end, it's the only way I can describe it. Spoiler, can I get a spoiler? Can I? Hell, I bought one off AliExpress, I think it was 15 quid, I put it on and it was when we had the warm weather and it just didn't stick. So there's nothing on there. That to me is what it's missing. It is missing a spoiler or a spoiler cap on the back. It just needs something at the back just to flip up a bit, and I think that would finish the back end. But how cool does that look? How good does it look from that angle there? Next mod, this is probably the most expensive mod in my eyes because there was no other options for it. Now because I put the M5 style rear diffuser on, I couldn't, the standard exhaust was literally sat in here and it was just on one side. It looked stupid. So the guys at ETS in Derby, I'll try and link them in the description, built me a custom quad exhaust, and that was 600 quid, which for the labour, because it takes a good day to do, I don't think was bad at all. We had a back box delete, and then he's piped it from the centre coming out of the quad exits there on both sides. It sounds pretty good as well. It's got a bit more of a throaty sound to it, and you can hear the turbo whine a bit, which is quite nice on a diesel. I always like that kind of little whine on there. So that, guys, it's a quick whistle stop tour around the 5 Series. That is all I've done. I've not done anything to the interior. I've not put any new gadgets in it. That, what I've just told you right there, is everything I've done. You wouldn't think that, would you? It's literally subtle things. So I've spent what, two and a half grand, and it's transformed the car from when I had it. I mean, it gets looks everywhere. Chuck a private plate on an older car, put some cheap mods on it, and you're good to go. But yeah, I'm really happy with it. Really happy with the car. The car is such a great car. We obviously saw in the previous videos, we went to the Nürburgring.
One moment please, small.
Do you half and half?
Small pizza.
In this car, didn't go on the Nürburgring because I was a pussy, I didn't go on. And it drove all the way to the Nürburgring on 2 tanks of fuel there and back. It's amazing, honestly. It's done 185,000 miles now, and you would not know. It drives like an absolute dream. But yeah, I thought I'd give you a quick show around it because hey, it might not be here much longer. Let's talk about that. Okay guys, so there you have it. It's a quick video, but I just wanted to show you that you don't need to spend a fortune to do a car up. Just go hunting for them bargains. Honestly, there is always something out there if you look hard enough. Now, there is a bit of a plan this car. I have currently got it up for sale because something else has come along that I didn't expect to come along, and I've ended up buying it. And it is a bit of a lengthy project if I decide to go for it. Now, I have purchased the car, but what I'm doing with it, I don't know yet. So I don't know if it's going to be content I'll put on this channel. Depends if you like that kind of thing. I'm not going to reveal anything. Or I'll tell you what, I'll give you some clues. It's still German, but it's not a BMW, Audi or Mercedes, and it's a bit bigger than this. That's all I'll say. Let's leave it at that. Let's end the video there. Hope you've enjoyed it. Much love to everyone. Thank you for the appreciation on the last video we did with the Lotus exhaust. I've still got to go out and film the externals of that because people are asking to hear that from the outside, and some nice cinematic stuff. So we've got some big plans with that. I've also got some other plans for filming. So I'm going to get back on this again. Thanks for the love. See you in the next video, and peace out.